I noticed how you say that you create everything, even down to the website. I noticed you.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and you respond and reply to the fans personally yourself. You don't have a hired assistant doing nothing like that. So I can imagine how busy that can be. But also you've also created a movement. Man, people have been doing it for years, where they have put out a song that they have sampled from trouble funk, or they've sampled, and hip-hop's been doing it for years, where they sampling different go-go tunes. But I know that you created something that will help the masses. If you can tell us a little bit about that.
Go-Go Loops, gogoloops.com. Yeah, so during my time in Atlanta, I mean, of course, I'm a go-go drummer, and like I said, I was working on an MPC. So I've dibbed and dabbed and experimented with recreating go-go on drum machines and on a keyboard. And if anybody's ever tried that, you know, it's not the easiest thing to do with the triplet and the swing and just the timing of go-go is a natural. It's such a live, not locked in on the grid. It's not really a perfect science. It is, but it ain't. And so to create that on a machine is usually not an easy thing to do. So like you said, so most people will sample Trouble Funk and Chuck Brown to get that sound. So I had experience with it, and I've done a couple of songs, sampling my own drums. Into my MPC, I would have my own drum sample and Congo samples and create. And then moving to Atlanta, I was trying to recreate some songs, some references for the band, and just, you know, make some live feeling go-go tracks in the studio. And that's kind of when the idea of the actual brand or the product Go-Go Loops came about. I was working on it, and you know, I just couldn't really get it like I wanted, and I took a course. I got a course one time offline about, you know, about producers and how producers could make money in other ways, from a guy called the Postman. So I bought his course. It was like some tapes where he was just talking about different things with the lines of the production. And he said something like, yeah, man, I know you got everybody, you're a producer, you got track stems, you got beats all on your computer, you got some of those beats you didn't sell. Why don't you just take the stems from the tracks, you know, and sell the stems, if you know. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. I never thought about that. Even though I know there's companies that provide loops, I never actually thought about going in and taking some of the tracks maybe that I didn't sell, or maybe that I did sell, but just taking pieces of them and selling them. And so then I kind of transferred that thought to Go-Go Loops. I was like, I could sell pieces of socket and pocket beats, the pieces that people are sampling from Trouble Funk and Chuck Brown and R.E. and, you know, whoever, and provide people in a situation like I am who want to create something live that feels live in their own studio by having that sample and having a database of those samples to choose from, you know, depending on the tempo or feel or whatever the song that you want to do is. So around 2015 in Atlanta, I built a website and, you know, went through my computer, dug some samples, some drum loops and Congo loops from some sessions that I had sitting on my computer. And sampled a couple from PA tapes, from like a junkyard tape, maybe a backyard, and I created my first sample pack for Go-Go Loops, which is the classic Go-Go Loops 1 pack, and started selling it online, and people started buying it, and you know, it seemed like it was a success. People seemed to be benefiting from it, so I started making more products and different type of products, and drum kits with just the samples that I had sampled from my drum set, just the kick, just the snare, timbales. So instead of having the loop with everything in it, where you can't mix it all the way, now people could go in and take live drum sounds and conga sounds, because you know our congas are tuned a little different than the main industry. So now you get the go-go style congas, you know, the plex and the reverb on them, the jam blocks, the cowbell with the different, you know, taps and velocities the way we did. So I started doing the kits, and here I am now, 2019. It's like I got 8 or 9 different products with different loops and samples and kits at gogoloops.com, all for, you know, all this need for me to be able to recreate go-go in the studio. That's where that idea came from, and it's a beautiful thing, you know. I get a lot of people that call me from maybe different countries. London, I've got calls from San Francisco, Canada, a few people in Georgia, older guys that's from here that still love go-go and want to get maybe a play-along CD. Their drummer, they need some congos to play along with, you know, so it won't get boring, to help give them a feel. Or, you know, they're a congo player and they need drums to play with, or they're a bass player and they want to be able to learn the go-go swing. So I have people call me for different things like that, and I've made custom packs for a couple of people, man. But every time someone calls me, they always thank me for doing it, and, you know, talk about how such a good idea it was, and, you know, they happy I did it and stuff like that. So, you know, that's a beautiful thing, that you know that you add value to somebody, and, you know, you give us something, you provide a product to somebody who needs something, you know, and they satisfied, and it's not just a monetary thing, but just the fulfillment of a need. You know, it feels good to be able to do that with Go-Go Loops.